Uh, hey guys, I'm that wrestling guy, and I've got a panel with me once again. Who are you and what do you do?
My name's Otakun, or known from the Otakun Review. Back again. Try to leave, and they pull you back in. I promised I was going to do that.
Ah,
I'm Penguin, and I'm the local manga expert.
And for some reason, they both agreed to watch WWE Night of Champions 2011.
It was good. I liked it.
It wasn't horrible.
I was just going to say, overall thoughts of the
What?
show before you start, but you pretty much already said
It wasn't horrible.
I found it very engaging as, like, this is only my second time actually watching wrestling, so...
I thought it was good. Not great, but good.
Yeah. And he was going to go on this huge rant if it wasn't good. So you know it's good because he's not actually...
I'm not raging like I have been in my last few reviews. Alright. Well, Otakun here was nice enough to take notes, so we're going to run down the card. Start us off, Otakun. Wait for it. The music swells.
Drum roll, please. Our first matchup was with The Miz and R-Truth versus Kofi Kingston and...
Evan Braun.
Braun. Way to mess me up.
Don't blame me, blame Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh, yeah.
I thought this match was actually quite good. They've got a lot of time, and nobody really messed up too badly. I think there was one where Evan Bourne was trying to give a head scissors to R-Truth and just kind of fell over instead of
Been
doing
actually
the move.
connecting.
But aside from that, I thought it was actually rather good.
Yeah, Kofi jumps higher than any other human being possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what do you think?
Good.
All right.
He's not wearing Stormtrooper bats today.
No,
Can't say, so
the only problem I have is I didn't like the ending. I wanted The Miz and R-Truth to win and take the
Yeah,
shots.
definitely.
yeah, we all had our bets on Miz and Truth.
Which isn't to say I don't like Evan Bourne and Kofi Kingston, but I do.
They're great. I did enjoy them.
It's just, I don't know, smiling baby faces that, slap hands and such. In 2011 seems a little antiquated.
Yeah, everybody's excited, yay! But no, it was
Everybody gets bees.
and there was a lot of the whole conspiracy thing that was going on here.
Yes. Oh.
Miz and Truth were like freaking out.
God, the conspiracies.
Oh man.
The referee.
Oh yes.
There,
And the ending.
yeah,
Where-
disqualification.
Yes, you see, The Miz decided to strike the referee after he couldn't get the pin, so they called the match. If this were 10 years ago, you could club the ref in the head with a steel chair, and they wouldn't even care. But we're in the PG era now, so likely
you
tapping
can't
someone.
touch the ref.
They beat him up afterwards anyway, which I found kind of odd. Because why does the referee have to be the center of attention? Who cares about the ref?
It goes into Truth's conspiracy thing even more, and he goes off on a little
Oh,
tirade.
and you wanted to mention the rap song they came out to when they started.
Yeah, they came out to our Truth's theme, but they had their own spin on it. So instead of "What's up," it was "You suck." I thought that was actually a lot better.
I wanted me some bubble letters, I won't lie. I wanted me some awesome bubble.
I mean, it would be kind of anticlimactic, like we said last time, if we zoomed in on the stage and all we saw were these bubble letters, while everybody's like, "Yay, we're at WrestleMania!"
But the match was fine. I didn't have any problems with it.
It was fun. Yeah, good match.
I liked all the jumping around and stuff. It's a lot more acrobatics than I saw in the last whatever it was I watched.
The Super SmackDown.
That's it. Yeah, it was good. Well done.
All right. Moving on. Next.
All right, we had Cody Rhodes versus I just put it to you.
Oh, Ted DiBiase.
Ted
Jr.
DiBiase, yeah.
Yes. Okay. Now it took me several minutes to explain what exactly Cody Rhodes' character was.
Phantom of the Opera, apparently.
To people who don't watch, you see, he got his nose broken in February, and he's been wearing this see-through mask ever since, because even though he's healed and he's not ugly, he feels he's deformed.
Poor boy.
Man, that's well.
I remember back in the beginning of the summer when this thing was brand new, and I remember quote saying, "I thought he looked pretty cool. Now it's just getting old."
Yeah. That's the one thing that WWE has a huge habit of doing, is just driving something right into the ground.
Mm.
Because they have to put on 3 weekly shows,
So you just kind of oversaturate. But not a bad match as far as things go.
The only problem I found with this match is that it was dull.
Yeah.
It really was.
It's not even. I like Cody Rhodes. I think Cody Rhodes can wrestle rather well. It's just Ted does nothing for me.
I was highly unimpressed.
He's serviceable, but that's about as far as I can give him.
It's hard to believe that he's his father's son, you know?
Yeah, I know.
So,
oh man.
because Yeah, he's one of my favorite wrestling
Yes,
heels
villains.
of all time. Is the $1 Million Man.
And then here's his kid.
And then there's this kid who can barely hold his own in a ring and isn't charismatic at all, and it's like, okay.
But it's kind of indicative of the son of a millionaire anyways.
But she's kind of...
Yeah, but Cody won, which I was fine. I really didn't want Ted to hold the title.
Yeah.
'Cause he just doesn't project.
Yeah.
The match was dull. I can't even get mad about it because it was just dull.
Dull. It wasn't
Every now and then-
amazing, but it wasn't
Yeah.
horrible. It was just...
It wasn't like they were making mistakes or anything. It was just dull.
Yeah. There wasn't
And,
a whole lot of amazing.
The only part I liked was when Cody went up second rope and just blasted him right in the head.
Yeah.
That
He
was
took
pretty
the
much it.
mask off.
Oh yes, I
And
forgot
everybody was like, yay!
Yeah.
The mask is off!
And then Cody just rolled him up and pinned him anyway.
Yeah.
And he was like looking around like, it looked like he wanted to put his hand around his face but just didn't for whatever reason. Like he was gonna be like, ah.
Oh yeah. Hey, oh yeah. Wait. I'm supposed to be
Yeah.
disfigured. Oh,
So I was
hi
just,
everybody.
I was just
Oh.
kind of confused about that. Like he forgot the role he was playing because he didn't have the mask on anymore.
Yeah.
Like you think he's gonna show up on SmackDown next week with the mask back on
Yeah, probably.
and just be like, now it's bolted to my head with titanium screws or something like that.
That might actually be an interesting turn. Try and rip the mask off now. How much?
Everybody's got like the man in the iron mask thing going on.
Actually, that would be a really interesting turn.
Yeah, but his headbutts would kill.
Definitely would. Again,
Lethal weapon.
as far as I'm concerned, match was fine but boring. Thoughts?
Same thing.
Yeah. Blah.
Okay, moving on.
Moving on.
Oh, by the way, you guys, don't worry. I'm going to freak out at matches end because I saw someone I did not want to see.
Oh, God.
Anyway,
Here we
carry
go.
on.
Right there, be strong.
This
No
was
promises.
our four-way match between A-Rod,
Oh.
Dolph Ziggler,
Jack Swagger.
and
John Morrison.
John Morrison. How could I forget John Morrison?
No, I will say this. The match actually was rather good. I
It
don't
was.
I don't particularly like Dolph Ziggler. His whole "I'm better than you" gimmick is really played. It's not even his fault. It's been done for 20 years.
Yeah.
A-Rod, I'm not even sure what his character is supposed to be. Originally, he was the guy who followed The Miz around to help him win, and then he broke away from him, and now
And
he's
decided he was going to be a wrestler.
and now he's a good guy.
I want to be a real boy.
So, and Jack Swagger he's okay, but he again doesn't project his personality.
Mm-hmm.
The match actually was fine. Everyone worked hard. There wasn't really any mistakes going on.
Jomo bounced around the thing like a lima bean.
It was fine. The only thing I didn't like was the ending,
Yeah.
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
A-Rod doing all the work, and then all of a sudden Dolph Ziggler's coming in and taking the pin.
I really do not like his manager.
Oh, Vicky.
Oh, Vicky, right. How could we forget Vicky?
Yes.
Well,
It's so traumatic. Your brain just like blocks it
that
for you.
out.
She's just,
She's very
trailer
shrill.
trash.
I had to explain to her that she is in fact the deceased widow of former wrestling
She's
legend
the
Eddie Guerrero.
deceased widow.
She would be
I
the
can only
deceased
hope.
widow.
She is the widow of deceased
It would
former legend
explain-
wrestler Eddie Guerrero.
It would explain a lot if she was the deceased widow. which would
As
brought
far as
back
I'm
life.
concerned, I can't hate her because she's just trying to provide for her family. So it's really hard for me to separate the heel character from the actual person. I don't know why. It could just be because I like Eddie Guerrero so much.
Oh, she's a heel?
Yeah.
Oh, that explains what
You're not supposed to like her. You're supposed to find her irritating.
Good.
Yeah.
okay.
Anyway, thoughts on the match itself?
It was fine. I'm sad that Jomo didn't win, but
You pretty much
there's
expect
nothing-
that now.
Yeah, there's nothing. He's the jobber. But that one time when he does get to
Get the
shine,
big win.
it'll be awesome.
Yes, to quote The Miz.
Yeah.
And your thoughts?
This is my first foray, so it was really interesting. I
Sorry.
shut up. Okay.
Carry on.
Anyways, I thought it would be more like a melee, and there would be things all over the place, and
Which
it
only
would,
really happened at the end.
yeah. But everybody got a little bit of focus on them, and it was well choreographed.
Were you disappointed with the winner?
Yes, I really wanted John Morrison to win.
Nah, see.
As much as I
John Morrison has a very odd charisma set to me, because he's horrible on the mic. He is actually beyond horrible on the mic, but it's just, he's playing this underdog character so well that you can't help but root for him. Plus, he's like a freaking monkey. I don't know, there's just something
Yeah,
about
he
it.
just flies.
So,
Oh, when you get that man in a cage, my goodness.
let me take this next part from you.
Okay.
The next part, we have Christian come out to the ring.
Oh.
Oh God.
Christian comes out to the ring to say that he deserves another championship match against Randy Orton.
One more match. One. I think this is about the time I gave myself a concussion banging a book against my head.
Yes, we actually had to make sure he didn't just collapse on the table in front of us.
Because it was, I don't want to see this.
It's not even a question of them being bad wrestlers. They're not bad wrestlers. It's just, this would be the 7th time.
And it's the same match for the last 5 matches They'll both get in a ring, and then Christian will be like, "Oh my god," and then run away.
It's just a question. It doesn't matter how good you are. You don't want to see the same thing over and over and over. You have to do something else. Anyway, after that happens, Sheamus comes out to the ring. And
Sheamus is my favorite.
Yeah,
I'll tell you right
Sheamus is
now.
pretty cool.
he pretty much says that he'll help Christian get a world title match if he agrees to give him a title shot once he wins. So he helps him lead the charge, and then what happens?
Just kicks him.
Right in the head,
Oh, it was awesome.
That was actually pretty sweet.
knocking him out. I didn't even understand the point of this because it didn't really go anywhere. Unless this is leading to... Gesundheit.
Thank you.
Unless this is
Do
leading...
one more.
Oh,
No, we're good.
we're back.
Yeah.
Unless this is leading to a match in 2 weeks, 2 friggin' weeks the next pay-per-view is. Unless this is leading to a match between Christian and Sheamus, which I actually wouldn't mind seeing.
Yeah.
This whole segment was entirely pointless. Time filler.
I don't know. I liked seeing Sheamus kick Christian in the jaw.
Which is fine, but why not put him in a match? And you can see him kick a guy in the jaw for like 10 minutes.
There we go.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Oh.
So thoughts on the segment?
Well, after, coming back from my concussion, I realized that Sheamus was awesome and saved me from a lifetime of miserableness with Christian and Randy, so we're good.
Alright.
Considering what you review, that's what's causing your lifetime of misery.
Yeah.
Oh, wrestling has the way of destroying what's left of your fertile mind. Trust me, I know of what I speak.
I cheered when Sheamus came out. Like I said, he's my favorite, so I was happy.
And you don't even really know why, do you? Like, what is it about him that you like?
Got red hair.
Is it the unique look? Is it the fact that he's like this big pasty bottle of milk with blood on top?
Nah. The accent and the red hair gets me every time.
The
Alright.
Dubia,
The championship. Anyway, next.
Was it now or was it after the Randy match? Was the Divas?
The Divas was after.
Okay, so then we have Randy versus Mark Henry.
Okay, this is going to be good. Alright, so Mark Henry versus Randy Orton for the World Heavyweight Championship. This, surprisingly enough, wasn't that bad. Mark Henry can't do a whole lot because he's so damn big, but he played to what he can do, and I thought it actually worked. The only thing that really shocked me was, not only did he win the world title from Randy Orton, he decisively beat it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He basically nullified his finisher and then just slammed him and pinned him, more or less making Randy look like a jobber. I don't know if this is because they're having a rematch 2 weeks later. It wouldn't surprise me. But I really didn't... first of all, I didn't expect Randy to lose. I really didn't expect him to lose like that. That was what shocked me.
Well, I was prepared for Randy to lose because honestly, when you're throwing Randy, who is a competent wrestler but not that big or strong as Mark Henry, then you're not going to... It was coming. It was definitely coming. Mark Henry was going to take it, and I figured that.
Randy had a couple clever moves, but it really wasn't enough to take down somebody the size and girth of Mark Henry.
Mark Henry.
And you guys saw it as an inevitable train rolling down the track.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there was no way he was going to get an RKO.
And I didn't think that. See, I honestly thought that what was going to happen is he was just going to get an RKO out of nowhere. Because I've seen guys like Rey Mysterio beat the Big Show, who's 3 times his size.
Well, yeah, but the Big Show can sell. Mark Henry's not very well known for his selling.
Not
Or
to
wrestling.
mention,
Yeah.
Big Show's got... The way he's built is a lot different from the way Mark Henry's built, where Mark Henry is just, like, very compact.
2 blocks across.
Yeah, see, for those of you who don't know that, that's a Minecraft reference. For all you Minecraft fans out there. Anyway, the match actually, again, the fact that stunned me is that it wasn't bad.
Yeah, it was
Yeah, it
actually
was
pretty
okay.
well done.
I wasn't expecting Oscar-winning performance and I didn't get it. But, for what it wasn't that bad.
It wasn't one of the more engaging fights, or whatever you call it.
Matches?
Matches, that's what we call it. Matches.
Yeah, fights. Anyway, go on.
No, it wasn't one of the more engaging matches, but, it still held my attention, which speaks volumes for it.
And even though we knew exactly where it was going, we were still managed to get sucked in and watch the whole thing.
Oh, and I will say this, Mark Henry got a standing ovation when he won, and he's the heel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it has to do with what I was explaining earlier. Wrestling is so known now. Everyone knows it's a show. They know they're not really trying to hurt each other. They know they're not really the characters they portray. And anyone who's been following wrestling knows that Mark Henry's been wrestling for the last 15 years.
Mhm.
So to see a guy like that, a company man, a loyalist, finally win the world title is endearing. Even though he's the guy that went out and destroyed the Big Show, went out and destroyed Kane and all that. It's the fact that they finally give the title to a guy who's proven time and time again that he'll do whatever he has to do. So, I know why they did it. It was just surprising to see.
Yeah. But it was about time.
It won't last long, I wouldn't think.
No. But it's nice to have him
with his win.
with his heavyweight championship. So
And
congratulations
he really
to the new
did.
heavyweight.
Congratulations, Mark Henry. There
Yeah.
goes my phone. Congratulations, Mark Henry. He brings new meaning to the term heavyweight champion. And afterwards, he basically screamed at the announcer guy because he said he didn't believe in him. It was the same guy he was yelling at backstage before they had the match, saying they didn't believe that he could actually win, and to him there was never a doubt.
And then they started yelling at the audience, and it was more like, nobody believed in me, and I made this happen.
Screw you guys! I'm taking my belt and going home.
Yeah. I know what he was trying to do. He was trying to get his heat back because they're all cheering for him, and he's supposed to be a heel, so he was trying to find a way to make the audience dislike him.
And nobody really
It
wanted
wasn't.
to
They
dislike him.
weren't. They weren't having it.
They were like, hey, he's the new heavyweight. And he's all like, I'm trying to make you guys hate me.
Yeah, they weren't having it. I'm happy for him. I'm glad Mark won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for him. It's nice to see it in the hands of somebody other than Randy or
Or
Cena.
John Cena. And speaking of which, anyway, moving on.
Moving on. Next was our Divas
Our
match.
Diva special. This match didn't suck, which is probably the greatest compliment I can give to a Divas match.
Mhm.
Beth Phoenix got quite a reception
A
for being a
standing
heel.
ovation.
Yeah.
Every move she made, she was over more than Zombie Jesus.
Mhm.
It was rather ridiculous. Because Kelly is supposed
And
to
she
be
pulled some good moves.
Yeah.
I'm not
well,
surprised.
she's a good wrestler. Yeah.
So
But-
I haven't seen her, so.
It's kind of interesting because my thing usually, whenever the Divas come on, it's my intermission time.
because you just can't
I
bother.
usually I just don't bother with the Divas. I don't care that much. But you
And
know,
it's not because you're a sexist.
no, it's just I don't watch.
They
the
don't
Divas.
put enough effort into their Divas division.
Exactly. It doesn't make me care, right? Like the rest of the thing. They don't have the promos like all the other wrestlers do. It's just like, here's something to look at for a while while we set up the next match.
So
But this time, I come back for my constitutional, and
okay.
and the match was actually just starting. So I sat down and I started watching, and it was interesting. It was actually a decent match.
Beth Phoenix could not have been the heel on that night if she, no matter what.
No.
There was nothing she could do.
And you actually felt for her.
Yes, because spoiler. Well, I guess not spoiler. It's a review.
Yeah.
She lost again,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and it actually looked like she was crying.
Yeah, like she actually cared.
To see predetermined matches affect someone that much actually is rather moving.
Mm-hmm.
Because she works hard, and anyone who watches her knows she works hard, and they won't even give her the win in her hometown.
Which is pretty bad, because I don't think she expected to get the reception that she did either.
But once she did, she worked with it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She was basically looking for the whole, getting everyone into it.
Yeah.
I do have one thing to say, but it's a guy thing, but I'll say it anyway. What is up with her wearing something that flashes her panties every 2 minutes? Like, I really don't understand that. And the cameraman would keep zooming right in on it, and I was just, like, it is a PG show. She had this black miniskirt on, and it kept riding up, and I'm like, is this really the kind of thing you want to show to, like, 9-year-olds?
And some of the stuff I watched, that happens, but that's because that's what that's made for.
Yeah.
This, like you're saying, yeah, for kids.
Yeah.
So,
But it's not like they were even, nicely shaped panties. They were almost granny panties.
They were.
Almost.
And it's not even to say that Beth Phoenix is an ugly woman. At least I don't think she is.
No.
But it was just kind of one of those things that kind of makes you scratch your head, because I'm like, PG?
Well, then there's Kelly running around in her bra with sleeves
Yeah,
and,
well, yeah.
boy shorts.
There's
So-
I just like to pretend that she doesn't exist.
would make a lot of things easier.
She won by rolling up Beth. And to her credit, she actually did pull out a couple of interesting counters.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, Kelly is actually, like you said, getting better at what she does.
Well,
she takes some hits
with
better.
time, you'll get better, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people just don't have the patience for the time. I'm one of those people.
Yeah.
Especially with the women's division.
Mm-hmm. But that's fine.
Because to me, if Beth is the better wrestler, why isn't she the champion already? Shouldn't Kelly be chasing her, especially if she's the heel?
Mm.
Not the other way around. It makes no sense for the heel to have to chase her.
But how many different divas are there inside this?
Well, they could have Natalia wrestle Beth. Now there's a match for you. Two people actually know what they're
they're
doing.
doing actually wrestling?
Mae Young.
Anyway, God.
Bring her back. All right, moving
Anyway,
on.
so any final comments on the match or no?
It was fun. I enjoyed it. And that's my first time ever saying something about a Divas match, so...
I enjoyed the part where Eve and whoever else.
Oh,
that
Natalia. Yeah, we're
Was
fighting.
it Natalia?
Yeah, that was Natalia.
Okay, yeah.
Fighting on the outside.
Yeah. I was not impressed with the fact that Natalia was screaming her head off.
Yeah, that
I know
was-
she's better than that.
That wasn't necessary.
Yeah.
It also seemed odd that she was wearing a dress if she was going to be involved in a wrestling angle. Doesn't seem like the kind of thing that you're dressed for combat for, you know?
She's still looking more professional. A tramp squad on the other side.
True, but wear something flowing so you can move. Anyway, next.
Next up, we have Del Rio versus
Alberto.
Cena. I don't know what he did. John.
Okay.
Cena.
Alright, let me set the stage for you guys, and then you can take it from there. Alberto Del Rio came out without his car, and without being introduced by his personal ring announcer, Ricardo Rodriguez. And the reason for this is that he thought Ricardo took his car keys. Take it from there.
Then Cena comes rolling in in what I thought was a Porsche.
Which was actually a Ferrari.
Ferrari. And he comes down to the ring and he's like, and then...
You mad, bro?
You mad, pretty
Fire
much,
time.
yeah. And then Del Rio's like, no, I will not have this English announcer say my name, and gives it to his ring announcer, and he's like, do it right in Spanish.
And he does.
And he does. And then the guy's like, okay, well, here's John, and then John's like, no, I'll do it.
Poor guy gets the mic taken away from him twice while he's trying to do his job.
Doing his job. And then then John just starts playing to the crowd. And he's all like, oh, I'm here inside, where were they?
Buffalo, New York. And I'm
right?
like, wow, cheap heat. Cheap heat.
And they're all like, Buffalo, New York, I live there!
They're our rivals. But I will say this, after the match started, they were still chanting, Cena sucks, you can't wrestle, all the like typical stuff. They just like the idea of being acknowledged from where they're from.
They're like, hey, you said Buffalo!
He did give the mic back to the announcer so he could say his name.
Yeah, to which when he did the whole Del Rio thing with the
Yes.
John
Cena.
He rolled something.
Yes.
I have no idea what he rolled.
Yeah, and
It was like,
Cena. Anyway, the match itself, I found to be passable.
You know what, though? When Del Rio went crack into the pole,
Oh,
yeah.
so good.
And you hear that metal thud.
John
Oh,
Cena
man.
was in the corner and Del Rio came rushing at him, but Cena moved out of the way, and he just friggin' speared the crap out of that term.
Bong!
I don't know if that was his head that hit or
I think it was his shoulder,
his
actually.
shoulder.
Yeah.
It looked like he might have temporarily injured himself, but the match kind of screeched to a halt for a minute to see if he had separated anything or whatnot, and then it just kind of continued. Aside from that, I found it very pedestrian. Cena's matches to me all look the same.
Yeah.
Now, you haven't seen many Cena matches, so it's new to you.
I kind of paid attention to one last time I was over.
And
Kind
it's,
of.
it's pretty much the same.
Okay, so, yeah, so you wanted to see them all?
Yeah. He can improvise when it really counts, but the problem is he never really thinks it counts that often.
That's true.
But again, the match actually was okay.
Hmm.
But the problem is it's for the WWE title. It should be more than okay. It should be good, or dare I say, great. And it wasn't.
Yeah. But still, Cena managed to speak out his victory.
Oh yes, Cena has now
So-
captured his 12th WWE Championship, which I think is way too friggin' many.
So my favorite part of the matches was before they got into the ring and started their match, and then after they got out of the ring and Cena was talking to his fans who either hated him or loved him.
Yes.
So
They haven't quite figured it out.
they haven't
yet.
quite figured it out. They're
He
so
did make mention
bipolar.
of those giant inflatable head things.
Yeah,
on the
somebody
posters.
had like these huge posters of almost all the wrestlers' head, and he's like, "You think I got a big head? Check that out." And I have to say, it did make his head look rather
Unfortunately,
small.
I have to go on a calm rant now. It's not going to be a full-fledged angry one because I shouldn't be surprised by this.
Okay, let's buckle into the
Alright,
sword.
CM Punk, his entire character started when he said that John Cena no longer needs to be the WWE Champion and that it's time for change.
Mhm.
Well, guess what? John Cena is now a 12-time WWE Champion. His entire 4-month storyline means absolutely nothing. And it's about to get a lot worse when we get to the final match.
Which is not.
But why did they cut the legs out of that storyline so early? Where does he go from here? I know they're doing this because The Rock's coming back and they want him to have the title so they can have their confrontation and all that jazz. That's fine, but CM Punk's character, the reason wrestling is, they're so close to having a character that might break through to mainstream and they're just neutering him at every opportunity. And I don't know why. Well, I know why, because they upset the status quo. But it just seems so counterproductive. So that's my mini rant.
That's how I feel too. It's like they tried to substitute Cena with Triple H and the whole
And
taking on the
it
COO.
didn't work.
And it's not the same because we want to see him upsetting the established order, which is him taking on Cena, who is like their king.
Their guy.
Yeah,
He's the guy. Triple H
He's
isn't the guy.
dude.
I know they're like, he's the COO, but when you look at him, you still think Triple H's the wrestler.
Yeah.
He's no different than any of the other wrestlers. So To me, they killed that whole storyline.
What do you think?
And I don't know why.
What do you think about that?
I'm kind of upset. I mean, this was the thing I was looking forward to. This is why I sat down to Night of Champions. Okay,
Yes.
Night of Champions. Everything has a different name.
Yes.
I'm learning. So I was really excited for this, and this is my first, there's no disqualifications or anything.
Oh, are we on
so,
that match already?
Yeah.
I thought we were still talking about Cena and
No,
Del Rio.
No,
we
no.
kind of segued into it now.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
we're on the
sorry.
match.
Oh, okay. Well, then the
So-
final match, Triple H no disqualification, CM Punk go.
Yeah, it was interesting. I mean, oh man.
No disqualifications, right? And if Triple H loses, he has to resign as CMO.
Yeah. Which didn't happen.
As well. Oh, I got a rant coming. Anyway, go ahead.
Favorite part of the match was CM Punk grabbed a chair and lodged it in the ropes, and then got thrown right into
Oh,
it.
man,
And he hung there for like a good 2 minutes, and then he fell.
And he kept hitting his leg to get feeling back
Oh.
into
But
it.
my ultimate favorite part of the match was when Triple H was on the announcer table and CM Punk just
The-
does
the-
vintage Savage
The Savage
right
elbow.
onto
Oh,
him. Oh man!
Every time
awesome.
CM Punk does a tribute to my favorite wrestler, I smile a little.
Yeah, it makes me smile too.
It's just one of those things that you'd have to be a fan to understand.
But nevertheless, it was a good match. It's hard to get a good match out of.
It was a good match
out of
until
Triple H. Yeah, okay.
Oh,
I'm trying to.
Okay, hold on,
I'm
hold on.
trying to bend the storm for you guys.
Before we get to that part, talk about the match itself.
Okay, the match is.
It was
pretty
okay.
it was
Yeah, it
decent.
was
It was
pretty
all
good.
over the place, which was kind of annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll find a lot with no disqualification matches that I know what they're going for, that it's a wild brawl and that it can go anywhere, but I find it's hard to follow.
Yeah.
Because the cameraman has to,
It's
kinda-
trying to climb
yeah,
over and
weird
use the
angles
camera.
that they sometimes
You
get.
got cords going
yeah,
everywhere.
They have to be really careful too because you don't want to hurt anybody in the audience.
And they're going right into the audience. They do. They go right
There's
through the
like people
audience.
slapping Triple H on the
Oh,
back
back
and
and
stuff. So.
They're chucking garbage cans, and at one point you're like, that could hit somebody.
Looking at this from a corporate point of view, this can't be good.
Oh, man. But then...
So they fought. They're in the mat. They're in the ring, and then all of a sudden, here comes Miz and R-Truth.
And what do these guys do? They give their finishers to both Triple H and CM Punk, which makes no goddamn sense in storyline terms. And they force the ref to count it. They put CM Punk on top of Triple H. They count it, Triple H kicks out, so they get mad at the referee and shove him, and in the most painstakingly annoying thing I've ever seen, The Miz goes to punch the referee. He blocks it and punches The Miz in the face. This 45-year-old referee. Now, mind you, the second that happens, they both just knock his ass down.
Yeah,
For that
but-
1 second, I was like, really? The Miz can't even knock down a referee.
Just got jobbed by a referee.
That's ridiculous. There's an even bigger rant coming after that. But anyway, so they start beating on CM Punk and Triple H for a while until John Laurinaitis comes out with another referee, and the referee looks like he's about to go and count it because Triple H has now pedigreed CM Punk, but rather than go in, he tells him to stay outside and try and help the referee on the floor. If you can't tell, this is getting a tad convoluted. After that happens, CM Punk wakes up, hits a GTS on Triple H, and then Laurinaitis makes the referee go into the ring. He goes to count it, he kicks out, and what happened after that?
Then the match. Oh, and then who should be coming down from the crowd?
Yeah.
But our good friend.
The goddamn Super Shredder. Alright. Anyone who's watched those my reviews knows I have run out of things to say about this goddamn moron. And so I'm just going to say that idiot manages to walk into the ring without separating his shoulders, breaking his legs, and just, tearing his sternum.
Which is
They told me he was fired, and I desperately wanted to believe them.
Kevin Nash, congratulations for making it into the ring in one piece.
Yeah. Now don't do it again. So this guy comes in and he assaults CM Punk, but he also assaults Triple H, which again makes no sense. If he's trying to interfere in the match, you don't assault both, you assault one because you want the match to end. You don't go in and beat up everyone, and the ref was down anyway, so I still don't get it.
And that then I forget because now it's all a blur.
Well, what happened was he powerbombed CM Punk, and then he went outside to assault Triple H, but Triple H got his trusty hammer and just leveled Kevin Nash in the face, which was good for me. I like seeing that.
That was great.
I hope he shattered his skull, but I doubt we'll be that lucky.
Oh no, the way he was jobbing wasn't that great.
Yeah. So what happens after that? I'll save that for the end. After that, he goes back into the ring, and
Triple H.
Yes, Triple H pedigrees him again,
Yeah.
and then pins him, and the referee counts 3. So now Triple H does not have to resign as COO, and CM Punk's storyline comes to a thud. Not with a bang, but with a whimper.
Son, I am disappointed.
Mm.
The problem with this match, among other things, is that there were far too many people involved in the ending. I get what they were going for. They were trying to establish many different storylines in one match. The problem is it's incredibly hard to follow, and what they did made no sense. Why would R-Truth and The Miz assault both guys if they want Triple H to be out of office?
Yeah, they wanted
Assaulting
CM to win.
CM Punk would make no sense because then he can't pin him. So yeah, I don't get, like, what does that do? And then Kevin Nash comes out of nowhere because, you know, plot, I guess. We now return you to your regularly scheduled review, already in progress. Thank you, and have a wonderful day. Now, I've taken my happy pills, and I think I'm alright.
Are you gonna be okay?
I think I'll
Because
be...
once you punched that old lady, we thought that you were,
Oh my
gone to the dark side.
when you know what, when I put this in language, you'll understand. When I think Kevin Nash, I think the bees.
Oh, bees, my God. Not the bees.
So, anyway, overall thoughts of the show?
In the end, it was a good show. I have nothing really to complain about. The end match was a little convoluted, but if we go there again, then we might have to, never go to that pizza place ever again. So, in the end, good show. That's my opinion.
My first big wrestling match, it was pretty good. I mean, I was definitely really engaged. I think my reaction faces were...
We're quite good.
Yeah, actually, yeah. It was...
She actually wants to come back to watch Hell in a Cell in 2 weeks.
Yes, I do, actually.
And that is astonishing. Gorgal watched one pay-per-view, and it was WrestleMania of all shows,
Oh,
and
really?
she vowed never to watch it again.
Yeah, but wait, was that the last one or the...
No, it was the one where Undertaker and Shawn Michaels fought each other for the first time.
Huh.
That was a spectacular match. That was the same match where John Cena lifted the Big Show and Edge. That was the same show.
Oh, really? Okay, well, I guess I didn't see that one.
I don't think you were here, no.
No.
So yeah, so the fact that she's actually engaged enough to want to see the continuation of the storyline does speak volumes.
Mm-hmm.
They've hooked someone, potentially.
Really hard to hook.
Whether or not she will stay a fan throughout, like, time remains to be seen. But,
Fan's a little strong,
an enthusiast,
I guess.
the fact that they've hooked someone at all means that the storylines can work. Like, I can't say these storylines aren't working, because if they can hook someone at least a little, it means they are working. I just think that last match had script problems.
Yeah, a little, definitely.
Me, I'm glad I came back for this match because honestly, I was really excited about the direction of the CM Punk storyline, and I was worried about the direction it was going. And I'm glad I kind of got to see it through to the end, but I'm sorry that it ended with such a resounding thud.
I hope they can salvage it, but I don't think
they will.
I don't think they can. It's not even a question of if
So,
they will.
who's CM going to fight now? Where is he going from?
Like, does he have a rematch?
Is
with
he?
Triple
Yeah,
H
is he
again?
just going to go fight Triple H? Is that his thing now?
And
Is
if
he
that's-
just always going to be going after Triple
If that's
H?
the case, then why even bother having the first match? If the stipulations don't mean anything, why have the matches?
Now, is he going to go after R-Truth
And Miz, that means he's even further down the card than when he started.
Exactly.
And what's Cena supposed to do now? Who's he feuding with? I mean, yeah, he'll
have-
crush Del Rio again at Hell in a Cell in 2 weeks, but where
Yeah.
does he go from there?
He just has to wait till The Rock to show up?
That's over a month away. There's still another pay-per-view between then and when The Rock shows up, so he's a token challenger of the month.
Mm.
I don't know who they get. I mean, who do you get?
Randy! Let's get
I
Randy
guess
back.
A-Rod. No,
Oh, God. Well,
okay.
we're coming to an end.
I think that about wraps it up. Night of Champions 2011 was okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't great, but it was good. So, until next time, guys, that wrestling guy,
Otakun.
And Penguin.
we'll catch you down the road.